All right. Welcome everybody to the second game of the Resurge season so far. Right now, we are going to be in the first game ever of our Contenders League for Resurge MOWL Season 3. Tonight, it is going to be the San Francisco Sleepybears and Gatteka. So, joining me today, thank you, producing here is going to be CBF, awesome man here, and also casting with me is going to be Covert or Raccoon. So, thank you for joining me.
Hello. I'm
All
trying
right.
to interrupt.
No, you're completely fine. So, so far right now, both teams seem ready. Do you guys really know anything about these teams at all?
Oh, I thought CB was gonna talk. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I've tried out. I never really tried out for Sleepybears, but I tried out for Gatteka, and I something might go on there. But I know a lot of people on Sleepybears. I'm most hyped about Sleepybears support line, to be quite honest, because Rural and Womp, I'm pretty sure, are both on. Well, actually, I don't know. Womp isn't. Sorry, on Deep Dish, but I know Rural's on Deep Dish. Is a very, very good flex support player. I also played a lot with Squanto last season when I was on Doorknobs with him. Squanto is a very, very mechanically gifted main tank. I've always said that about him. I think he's very, very good mechanically. And Gatteka, they've got some really good pieces. I personally think Anime Saint is pretty good. He has some niche heroes that he plays, but I think he's very good at those niche heroes. And then Mango, I'm pretty sure Mango was mostly playing off tank, but we could see something different here. I know Mango's really good at off tank. That's what I've mostly seen from him. But yeah, starting off, Mango's going to be on the Reinhardt character. And both teams running mostly standard traditional brawl comps, but you'll see Sneaky Goblin on the Reaper with Asuna on the Junkrat. And Sleepybears are going to be running the Reinhardt Zarya composition as opposed to the more commonly used Rein Diva composition. Both teams running mostly similar comps with a few variations. So let's see how this is going to go down.
Yeah, this seems definitely very normal, very standard, especially for Busan. Sometimes we see a dive here, but right now we're just seeing some entry poke as both teams get situated.
All right, so you're gonna see a lot of spam coming out from Asuna on the Junkrat, but Squanto gets deleted instantly. Oh, but Asuna kills the supports with the mine. Insane. I don't even know how that happened. Asuna coming out and just absolutely carrying the first fight for San Francisco Sleepybears, and that's already over. You lose both supports like that instantly, you're not gonna win that first fight. And San Francisco Sleepybears, despite losing their McCree, are just gonna go cap that first point. Amazing start for Sleepybears right now.
Asuna did an amazing job right there. Oh my geez. He got past that. Rein Shield wasn't enough on him. And yeah, we're going to be seeing the swap from Sneaky Goblin over to that Mei to try to mitigate a lot of the value that Asuna has already gotten in the first opening seconds here. 20% on the objective right now as the Gatteka push in.
Again, Asuna gets two with the mines. I gotta start looking at this guy's perspective way more. I'm pretty sure this is Sleepy, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm just gonna watch his perspective because the Junkrat play right now is sublime from him. Instantly get 2 picks.
Honestly, yeah, it is. I do think this is Sleepy as well. I mean, he already has ultimate here. It's 2 against nothing right now as there's Gatteka is still trying to make swaps happen here. Squanto going to be opening up a big shatter for possibly another Asuna play. Looks like a wall is going to come out as they rotate around. Big tire.
Gotta look at Wong Tong though, because he is the diva. He's supposed to be that damage mitigation in this comp, but so far he's doing none of that right now. And the Earth Shutter's coming out from Squanto doesn't catch too much, but Mango's gonna go down early. Both teams popping the windows, but as usual, Asuna killing 3, including the diva mech in the back line. It's just a whole lot of spam, and that Rip Tire is what's gonna allow them to just run in there and get all that damage. Squanto's Earth Shatter wasn't too effective, but because of that early Rip Tire damage, they just had to sit back in that little corner, and Gatteka just weren't able to do anything.
Honestly, yeah, this is such an oppressive composition right here. Like, you can't swap from Reinhardt over to Sigma here. There's just not enough defense matrix off this diva. Tries to get a shatter, doesn't get too much. Good support plays coming out here.
Oh, that's good. That is a fat Rip Tire. It's going to do so much damage to the opposing team. Anime Saint's trying to come out with his high noon. Only catches Mamba. It's not going to be anything left. Asuma finishes on the Baby Diva. Oh, and he gets the finish on the Lucio. Anime Saint. Is there anybody else that can contest? I don't think so. The ball might get close, but no, that's it. round 1's going to go dominantly in the way of Sleepybears. And honestly, if that's any indication how this series is going to go, we might be in for a quick one.
I mean, I like last night was a sweep, but holy crap, this sweep is going to be entirely different if it goes through. Thankfully, though, we are going to be on City, so if you are a Gatteka fan, you do have a lot more of a chance here. Junkrat is not going to be chosen and is very bad on this map in particular. So instead, we're going to be seeing that Pharah versus looks like a dive here with or dive harass composition here versus a more dive with a pharmacy kind of composition.
Yeah, I like to refer to. I think at least a lot of people I know refer to it as a shadow dive. But interestingly enough, they're playing with a tracer. Normally, you want to insta lock the Reaper in this composition, just the amount of DPS damage and just mid fight like value you can get out of the Reaper. So it's really interesting. But while they're playing that composition, the Gatteka are going to play a similar comp to Nihil were playing yesterday with the dive composition here on this. I forgot the stage. As soon as just pressuring the backline out, he gets forced out of the recall. He's just pressuring their supports right now, making sure they can't get much value onto their tanks. And already their tanks are being dropped down low. Anime Saint's down. Womp jump with a nice boop onto the enemy Ana, and yeah, that's already two picks going in the way. And because the Ana's gone, Gatteka just have no support for their tanks, and they're just gonna get whittled down. That was such a good play, harassment style play that they're going for right now, because they're harassing their support, specifically the Ana, putting pressure on her. She has to turn around to try to get that tracer off of her back. Well, Mango and Wongtong are just stuck on the point. They're not able to do anything. They're just stuck in that little corner, half HP the entire fight, while the rest of their team just goes around and picks off the rest of the people.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, they're doing a really nice job here. They already have ultimate. Squanto Mamba charging up very quickly here. We can see a bit of a brawl on the top here. Sneaky Goblin has gone over to that Reaper, like you said, was a bit more traditional. Asuna, though, does find that Ana in the back.
A huge pulse bomb pickup. Mamba does get demech. Mango's going to pop the Primal Rage, but he instantly gets hacked, so he's not going to be able to find any value out of that. Very good hack. Squanto's going to go down too. So Gatteka do have a good chance to win this. Sneaky Goblin has a lot of space he can work with now because since they have the main tank. So he's going to be pummeling in that damage on the Reaper. But you have to watch out for the opposing Sombra as she is approaching her sound barrier. Bro's going to pop the Coalesce. This is a remat kill from Mamba. You don't see that very often. Zoning bomb's going to come, and it's going to catch both supports. And he's going to get another remat kill. Mamba, what are you doing, man? Mamba's coming out with 4 kills on this fight so far, and that's just going to hold the point for Sleepybears. That point looked like it was completely lost for them. Oh, they're getting a stagger now. It's just mean.
Oh, man, that was awesome. Man, I love seeing patch notes. It's very fun ability to use, but holy crap, that was awesome. We're going to be seeing Foxart here on that Sombra here, having that hack, that EMP, Asuna very low, almost having another pulse bomb already. Like, well, Mamba was popping off, Asuna pretty much farmed the entire bomb in that fight. So this is looking extremely dominant so far, and they're not even running that Junkrat.
Squano's forced to use both of his cooldowns there. That's a huge pulse bomb. Anime Saint not going to get anything out of that from behind. Asuna going crazy in the backline, killing both DPS right now. Primal Rage getting popped with the sound barrier from Wampum's going to get instantly used out. Hack onto the Primal Raging Monkey. He's not going to get any value. He's going to get booed off the map by Mamba. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's what happens when you get hacked. And that is going to be map 1. Just pure dominance, man. I mean, 200. Oh, that is just, wow.
They did an amazing job so far. Like, holy crap, man. I just gotta say, like, this is insane. Sleepy and his team right now coming out strong, and Sleepy keeping his team's namesake, all right? Like, look at this, jumping in over the top, and he gets the mines. He's just not getting pressured enough, I don't think, and the DPS are really just destroying this game. I mean, but even then, Mamba still did a terrific job in that last fight. Like, they just aren't able to shut down the damage coming their way. Gatteka is.
You have to really look at and one thing I really want to point out is Wongtong on Gatteka. He is playing the diva for that entire map. He is the guy that needs to mitigate that damage coming out from the Junkrat and especially coming out from the DPS in that Shadow Dive composition. The reason why you see most teams either just instantly mirror that Shadow Dive, the reason why you see most teams mirror that Shadow Dive comp instantly right off the bat, if you see the opposing team running it, it's just so oppressive. And it's like goats in the sense you have to rotate and cycle those ults. And if you just keep cycling those ults, you use your ult to build up your teammate's ult, and it just keeps going down that way. Cycle, 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 cycle your ults, and there's nothing the other team can do about it. And that's exactly what happened there. They cycled their ults well, and Gatteka just were not running a composition that was equipped to deal with it. But I want to pay a little more attention to that first round because that Junkrat, I mean, don't get me wrong. Asuna's positioning and the the flanks and the tires he was getting were very clutch and very good. But quite frankly, Junkrat should not be getting that much value, and it's really on your diva to be able to mitigate that damage and pressure out that Junkrat, or at least make sure that his cooldowns, like the mines and a lot of that spam damage, does not get any value, and that just wasn't happening. So you really have to worry about that if you're a Gatteka fan.
I mean, yeah, honestly, there's so much damage coming down range. Like I think you really hit it on the head right here. Like there's so much coming down range, so many threats that I mean, I think Gatteka is definitely getting a bit outclassed and just getting spread thin. And the way you combat this kind of play is, we mean, with counter pressure of your own. Like you need to be able to do something, because it's not like your healers are the ones failing. They were getting sniped every fight. So there's so many problems going on, and you need some sort of pressure. So maybe employing a bit more of that range, like a more sniper type character, going in maybe for dive when they're off brawl, instead of just trying to do the brawl v brawl, mixing it up some ways to get all that damage off of you. And I mean, they tried the dive, but they weren't diving together. And I mean, that happens when you're shaken in the first map. They definitely have a huge chance here, so hopefully they can make the adjustments.
Yeah, and I mean, going into Blizzard World, I mean, I don't even know. They could try to force that brawl again, but I could see Sleepybears going for that Shadow Dive comp again. Because honestly, Shadow Dive is it's a very versatile comp. You can use it on a good majority of maps, and it's just really good right now. It's pretty broken to run if you are coordinated enough to use it. And Blizzard World, in my opinion, is still a very good map to play that comp. So they could easily just run that again, and Gatteka have to expect that. If they are not prepared for that composition on this map, they're just probably going to get rolled over again. They have to be able to either mirror that comp or play a different composition, such as Poke, in my opinion, would probably be a good comp to run against it, or some sort of Orisa setup. They have to run an Orisa setup perfectly to be able to counteract that, or they have to mirror it. And I mean, based on that last map, I don't know if Gatteka have even practiced Shadow Dive at all in their scrims. So it's only a matter of this map starting just to see what's going to happen.
I mean, the one problem is that Orisa compositions, in all honesty, completely and utterly suck. So like while I agree with like the kind of strategy, that composition is just kind of suicide at this point. You can't run the Orisa because they'll just I mean, San Francisco is a strong dive, as we've seen, and you'll just get crushed by that. They definitely have to just find the way to get those heroes on more of like burst picks. I think Poke is going to help, but you need to get those dangerous threats off the field, and one way is going to be by sniping them with Moira, or not Moira, with Widow. And then you get some damage down with like Ashe or something. Like you just need some sort of pressure to keep them back. And yeah, I just don't know. Orisa is definitely hard to pull off. If you can do it, it's effective, but in all honesty, as effective as it is, Orisa and the compositions around it are just really not good right now.
Yeah, the reason why again, the only reason I suggested Orisa comps was because I know from experience that the Orisa comps are probably the only thing on this map you can run. They're just probably going to get rolled to over counter again. That they have to be able to either mirror that. Then again, you have to run the Orisa comps perfectly, and perfect rotations, perfect cooldown usage to prevent like if you say you're gonna like have a Brigitte Baptiste backline. Brigitte has to hit every stun perfectly on the perfect target. You have to hit the flails on the monkey or whoever's when they're coming in, and it's just you have to be so insanely good at that composition to be able to run it that you almost just have to mirror the Shadow Dive. And
yeah,
they're going for a traditional brawl comp, except they're going to have an Ana. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think. I mean, we'll see how this goes, but the Ana has to land huge nades to mitigate that healing.
Yeah, I think the funny part about what you said is like you have to essentially run that mirror and like run it so play it so perfectly. You have to play it so perfectly the pros don't even do it. Like that's how you know it's hard.
Oh no, and yeah, Gatteka are very caught out of. Ooh, that's a huge pick under the McCree. That's a lot of your damage going for Gatteka. And Mango's gonna fall. And yeah, that passive hacking coming on. Yep, Blank's gonna get hacked. Not able to use his Mei thing. And Wong Tong's probably gonna get staggered here if they have a chance, or they're just gonna leave him out of mech. Yep, they're just gonna leave him out of mech. And this is what exactly, yeah, they're gonna swap the Ana back to the Baptiste. This is exactly what I was talking about. The Shadow Deck comp with the Lucio Moira thing. These fights go so insanely Wong Tong's probably gonna get staggered here. Look at that. They're just hiding in the little corridor, and they're gonna do this every single time because they know Gatteka are not going to be ready for them because they're faster and they're brawlier, and they're just gonna run onto them. They're gonna run into your supports. Yes, they're going to run onto your Kree, they're going to run onto your Baptiste, and they know there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Oh, yeah. Huge pick, actually, from Anime Sin. That's going to halt their plans quite a bit for now, as the Sombra's not going to be in the game for that EMP. Now they have to just heal and try to rotate out of this fight. Immortality's going to come out early, saving Mango. It's huge. Koski Kid's also down. That's both DPS for the side of Sleepybears gone. Now they just have to try to find a way to get back into this fight. Squano, though, is going to be primaling, does manage to get Anime Saint out of the fight. That's a huge hack under the Baptiste, and Mamba's gonna find a kill with the, yeah, Mamba's just insane. He's gonna find a kill with the bomb onto the Lucio and the Diva mech, and Anime Saint out of the fight. That's a huge hack under the Baptiste. Mamba's just insane right now. He's been doing a lot on Diva.
Yeah, honestly though, I think a little bit of the problem, like Gatteka is definitely way out of position. Like Anime is playing very far up front from the team, and they're just not able to cover him. And then Reinhardt is getting dove, and I just think that they just don't know how to deal with this kind of style. I mean, it is relatively newer, so it is kind of understandable.
Shatter around the corner, they weren't ready for that, but the EMP catches 4, and Conqueror with the EMP got. With a sound barrier got caught by an EMP. He's not able to use that to save them in the fight. I don't think they were expecting the EMP to be ready that quickly. And now it's just a matter of cleanup for Sleepybears. Immortality, all the healing in the world's not going to be able to save you. Squano does get killed though, but any more late staggers like that are just going to buy more time. And yeah, Blank's down too. I was going to say, that kill on the Squano could be big if they don't get staggered, but Blank and Munho did get staggered, so that's going to give Squanto a lot of time to come back and get back to regroup with his team. And now, if we're looking at the side of Sleepybears, they're going to have the Death Blossom engage, and I mean, unless Conqueror is sat slightly back from his team to get a sound barrier off, I don't see them surviving that unless Wong Tong saves his Matrix perfectly for that. Wong Tong is the man to watch right now. He is going to be one that needs to mitigate that damage. They're going to engage with the sound barrier. Window's getting popped as well. Burrow is so critically close to that Coalescence. You have to take him out before then, but Anime Saint's already down, and the Death Boss is coming out. Matrix on that, but he still manages to get a kill on the Koski with that. Blank, super huge kills on there. Burrow dies 2% before he can get the Coalescence charge, and this is all but over for Sleepybears. Very good engage coming out from Gatteka on that. There's still a couple people around the point. Bomb's getting launched up. Is he gonna find anything? Oh, Womp almost pooped him right back into that. Nice setup play from him, but unfortunately he's not gonna catch anything. But Sleepybears, they still want to contest this. Koski Kid's gonna come back on that Tracer, try to recontest the point, and a lot of Sleepybears are, yeah, they want to commit to this. They're gonna pop the Coalescence. Anime Saint's gonna try to zone him off with the high noon, but it's only a matter of time now until Sleepybears are forced completely off of the point. And I mean, if you're Sleepybears, in my opinion, you're probably gonna want that Coalescence back. But I mean, Burrow should be able to build those so quickly that it shouldn't matter too much in the end. But the only thing they're gonna have to win this next fight is the EMP, so they're gonna have to make that count.
All right, yeah, I mean, Mango gonna having that shatter, right? Like that's the tool that you're watching, but Asuna has been hitting these great EMPs. You're gonna be seeing another one pretty much online right now, getting dove in here by the team. They're taking a really awkward position, and that's why EMP in the flank. I think that's gonna secure the fight.
Okay, I don't know, from my POV, man, that just shows the power of that composition. Mango got EMP'd and instantly died. From 500 to 0 HP instantly. That is the power of this composition, the focus fire you can put out. And Sleepybears just won that with one ultimate. and off the back of that one ultimate, they're able to get much closer to their other ultimates. Like, I mean, then again, you gotta look at Gatteka's ult charge, their ult economy. They have 5 ultimates online right now. This is definitely in Gatteka's favor. They just need to play this smart and rotate their ults effectively. You have to be careful.
I'd say it's in their favor, but they haven't been able to get any of the ultimates off. There goes
And then
Mono, who has one.
And then Koski just finds probably the best pick you can find, and Koski's just going in more. Koski finds the most critical pick you can possibly find in that composition on the Baptiste. That's their main healer, their main source of healing. Without the Baptiste, that comp is done for, and Koski finds that pick, and he gets a final blow onto Mango on the Reinhardt. And now Gatteka only 1 fight remaining, but look at the ults coming online for Sleepybears. Asuna's going to be rounding that EMP quite soon, and they're going to have both support ults online. This is looking more and more dire for Gatteka. Shatters to come out, not catches anything, and Blanks get taken out by the bomb. High Noon over High Ground does catch Womp. That's very good pick because he doesn't have his ultimate yet, so they're going to be missing that in this fight. Blanks desperately tries to swap into the Tracer. Shatters to come out, not catches anything, get hacked up. They have to focus him down before he gets out of that hack. Colas is going to be coming up, but Koski gets taken out by Snipe. He's going to get sniped from Mango. Wongtong going to get taken out, or taking out Rural. Ooh, that was a... Alright. And Gatteka should be able to win off of the back of that. Hopefully... Well, actually, Sleepybears are going to be coming back with an EMP engage, but Koski's going to get staggered, not before he takes on his counterpart, though. 4-man EMP, that might just seal the deal with the Death Blossom coming out.
I mean, finally, the Gatteka were able to get something done, but off of respawns, looks like they're going to get pushed out. Low time's going to kill them here, and I think that this is the end of this round. So, good bomb here. It's definitely going to take out Wongtong. Going to get demeched. Blank trying on that Tracer, but it's not going to be enough. 6v2 is just not winnable.
And that's it. Sleepybears just got to clean up this last little bit here. Squano finding himself a nice little 2-piece. Mango just stalling out as long as he can on the wrecking ball. It's going to get hacked up, and yeah, that's it. Pretty good hold for Sleepybears so far on that second point.
I mean, really good hold. Like, all the maps where it's like attack, defend, it's always built with the attackers make up at least the first point. Like, if you can't capture the first point, like, everyone knows that feeling. Your team pretty much just feels doomed because it kind of has been designed that way. So, but second point, they got so close. It is definitely doable, but not with how the games have just been sided right now. It's very much in favor of Sleepybears, and I see them easily taking this right now.
Now that my family has left my room, I should be able to commentate better now. Anyway, it looks like Gatteka are actually wanting to finally mirror that composition, but looks like they're putting a twist on it with the Hanzo. That's interesting to say the least. You don't normally... The reason why you want a Tracer or Reaper in this composition because you're just diving into them. I get the sentiment because, it's defense, play the high ground, but I don't personally think this is going to work out very well for them at all because they're lacking that just raw damage output that you can get from the Reaper or a good Tracer player that can just pressure out their tanks and supports. And like they're just gonna get out brawled in the mid fight, I feel like. But we're gonna see how this goes down now. Funny enough, Asuna's opting to not play the Sombra on this. He's gonna go for the McCree. You don't often see a McCree in this comp just because of how easily diveable he is. But we'll see how this works out for them.
Okay, I mean, I think the reason why anime is not on is kind of giving up that mid fight is because, I mean, they're not surviving past the pre-fight. If they can get some entry picks, they're gonna have a lot bigger of a chance and start adapting to this style. And already, Contenders is finding Asuna on the side, and anime is finding Koski. They're holding the ground and actually winning picks.
Yeah, 2 very good picks so far for the side of Gatteka. All they have to do is make sure they quickly finish off this fight. Because if we've seen anything, if we've seen anything today, it's that Sleepybears can and they will come back into a fight where they should have lost. And Asuna's gonna go over to the Echo now. Very interesting pick from him. I like it though. The raw damage output he can put out on the Echo is just absolutely insane. You have to worry though, because on the side of Gatteka, their support ults are online much faster than the side of Sleepy Bears. They're gonna probably have a Coalescence engage here. They're gonna have the Dragon Strike. They're gonna have the Sound Barrier. So this is definitely an uphill battle for Sleepy Bears. They're gonna engage right now, just trying to poke out. Dragon Strike and Coalescence are gonna get popped. It's forcing a lot of cooldowns out. Bomb gonna go over the top. They're gonna catch 2 with the bomb, and that should seal the deal for Sleepy Bears here. But as soon as it's gonna get taken out, Blank's gonna get pressured out by the enemy D.Va. Bomb coming out, not gonna find anything. Definitely gonna get into the remake. Munho is gonna get taken out by Squanto though. Squanto putting in work in this fight right now. Womptom's gonna win the 1v1 against the Hanzo off the side, and yeah, this is all but over. Just a little bit of pressure / stall coming out from Mango on the Monkey. He's gonna pop the Primal just to get a bit more time off the clock for Sleepy Bears, but that's Gatteka. Shatters to come out, not catches anything, and Blank's more. Conqueror is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Blank, Conqueror are gonna have their ultimates up against Wobtomp Roll. They're gonna try to do something, but Anime Saint swapped over that McCree. It didn't really work for them before, but it's definitely there to counter that Echo, as that Hanzo really can't. It seems like Gatteka, the tool that they really need to succeed right now, would probably be an Ashe or just some sort of little bit more defensive composition, trying to go for more of that, like Sigma maybe, just something.
Huge EMP from the side, but Womp was critically. He wasn't in the range of the EMP. Insane play from Womp. He was hiding somewhere. I couldn't actually see, but he was hiding, waiting for that EMP to come out, and he had the perfect sound barrier drop to just save his team from that. Absolutely nuts plays coming out from Womp right now. That just saved his team. That is the positioning you want to see from your main support player. Absolutely great stuff coming out from Womp right now. And now because of that, Gatteka, they don't have their support ults online right now. Munho is very, very ahead of Rural in the Coalescence charge though, so they are gonna have that for this next fight. But I mean, you have to watch out for that copy coming online from Asuna, because that copy could just seal the deal here, depending on who he gets the copy onto. Going for the D.Va. Going for the copy onto the D.Va. Bomb getting launched up by Mama, gonna catch Conqueror, and he's always finding something with these bombs. Asuna pressuring out the Monkey, gonna launch the bomb into the air. Is he gonna find anything? He's not gonna find anything, but it doesn't matter because the rest of this team is gonna seal out this point, and it's all but over. Just a Blank sitting in the back line. That is Sleepy Bears taking the second map, again, very convincingly.
That was a really nice map from Sleepy Bears again. I mean, they did such a great job, and this pressure is really good. Gatteka was starting to kind of adapt to their tactics here, but I definitely think that they could for sure take this again if they just focus more on that pre-fight, because your mid-fights aren't as strong. And once they have those pre-fight damage, those pre-fight fix, it looks like they were able to succeed. Maybe on a more closed map, if you can get a Junkrat out, that's like one of the tools that you can have. It is definitely very strong, but Gatteka has slowly been making improvements, and if they can take this time in between maps to really like analyze what they're doing and how to improve it, they could come back here. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Welcome back from that break, guys. We're in between right now, going to Dorado up until it's this last map, and we're gonna be launching straight into it here. Sleepy Bears, super strong still, and it's Dorado. I think we're gonna see a lot more dive, a lot more rush down. Those are definitely the optimal plays here, but you know they definitely have a lot of room to play with here, and it seems like everything they're doing just really can't go wrong.
Yeah, Sleepy Bears, look, they have set compositions. They've clearly practiced them. They have good execution. They know what they want to do. And that's just everything that Gatteka isn't right now because Gatteka, they're swapping their comps around a lot. They seem unsure of themselves. They don't really know what to play. They're adapting on the fly, but it's not really working out for them. And
Ready for battle.
yeah, I mean, just Gatteka, they just need to go with something that they practiced and just stick with it and hope for the best. Because just going out and I mean, don't get me wrong, trying to adapt on the fly is good, but when you're trying to mirror the enemy's composition and you've never practiced it before, it obviously doesn't. It's not going to work out too well for you.
I mean, I think they definitely practiced it, and they've shown a lot of coordination. There's only these really small mistakes, and it's just what Sleepybears is capitalizing on. I mean, this is our lower SR as well, so don't expect so much refinement from them. A lot of the team here is on the Sleepybears is on another higher tier team, so they have a lot of practice they get to go through, and that's not necessarily what's happening for Gatteka.
Yeah, fair statement. Nade coming over top. Isn't it? Nade from spawn from Moonho is gonna catch Sloymo. Coming off the back of that. Sea Goblin and Mango did get a nice little engage up there, but unfortunately for them, Sleepybears were ready for that. Gonna get taken out instantly. Anime Saint's gonna get pressured on the Ash. Koski Kid. Soon he's gonna get the finish off on that one though. Just the loading Zarya on point. They're gonna finish him off. Now it's just the supports left for Gatteka. Just running back to spawn. Sleepybears looking pretty strong here on the high ground. Squantum has to be careful though because he does not have a dive DPS that would normally play with this comp. So he's gonna have to drop down, put a little pressure, and then just jump right back out. I do want to see this though. Anime Saint, bread and butter. Bread and butter. A more iconic duo. I feel like it's a really good pick on a Ramen Joy though instantly. That's gonna get a lot of healing and the resurrection out of the mix for Gatteka in this fight. And so he comes back. Anime Saint gonna get pressured out. Looking for an angle right now. Immediately. Nice little punch on the Squanto. He's gonna get uppercut and slam out of the high ground. With the help of CD Goblin, he's gonna finish off Asuna. Lots of trades happening right now. Mini Goblin is gonna find two, gets taken out by Squanto. And trying to go on constant, the healing is just too much. He's getting trapped inside the window, he can desperately get out. Punches the monkey out, and Charles is gonna catch both supports, and that's the end of this fight.
But again, another solid engagement here. It looks like the stuns are a little bit too strong here from Koski, just in the right place at the right time, able to cover everybody right now. Sneaky was doing, and is honestly the person that is saving Gatteka here. These trades are key. Going for a similar kind of style with that Doomfist, but gotta argue if it's not that effective in like Ana kind of composition. I would like to see maybe somebody else, but that Ash wasn't working, so I don't know.
Helden
Yeah,
sterben nicht.
I mean, Anime Saint, you know, he doesn't play like this, but it does work out for him. Asuna, though, with the Nano Visor, gonna catch 2 HP. Anime Saint, nice little rollout, does get the kill on the Ana, but Asuna's already taken 3. So, and yeah, Slimbo can't res right up. Despite the best efforts of Anime Saint, that is gonna be a fight win for the side of Sleepybears. Does almost get Asuna, but Koski Kid's no dummy. He's right there with the assist on this and the flashbang right onto him.
Sneaky though did pretty much stay alive through that fight. Gonna have that dragons. They haven't been super effective, but maybe with this Zarya they might be able to set up a combo for those dragons. Honestly, that last fight they just got out ulted. Very nice kill from
Anime Saint, not gonna lie, but it's gonna get res right up. Big kill on the Slim though. Swano is gonna get slapped up after getting a straight final raid. Brahma's really gonna res that right up. But Anime Saint, despite his best efforts, he's pressured the high ground to get taken out. Goblin though is still alive, getting killed with the Hanzo. Does get taken out in the end. But good news for Gatteka. If they don't stagger him like what just happened,
Stay out of my
then
way.
they might have a chance to recontest this. But Koski Kid is coming back from spawn on the McCree, so they might have a small window to push in without having the McCree there. They have to go now. See this engage from Anime Saint on the high ground, trying to desperately push Squano off of the red building. He's trying some way to desperately get him off of there. He doesn't stop pressuring him. Forward to Koski Kid in the back line. He's been going to the Ana. Flashbang deflection, and he's kicking out, but the damage is already done. Force down for Gatteka. Asuna with the visor coming out. Big grab. Actually, the grab from Wongtong. That's gonna save him here. What a huge graviton surge from Wongtong. Just barely surviving himself, but it's going to allow the rest of his team that are still alive to be able to get that damage in and take out the rest of Sleepybears. And Sleepybears recontesting. They might even get a recontest. Yeah, they're not going to recontest. They're just going to set back up and try to hold them. Very clutch stuff coming out from Gatteka right now. And Anime Saint is approaching this blade, so he needs to get some value out of this blade. Because they are running a little low on time right now. So they need something, they need someone to pull out some magic just to be able to take this. Anime Saint's playing with fire right now. Waving at the opposing team just to try to get them to turn on him. The monkeys, they get slapped and taken out by Mamba. That is not what you're looking for if you're a Gatteka right now. And they're a man down, DPS down, Wongtong is getting heavily pressured out right now.
Looks like this fight is already over.
What
Kind of ahead right now. Trying to trade nanos and just trade offensively here. Mango is in the backline here, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. I mean, he's getting work done, but his team is falling behind him. Getting some decent trades though, and that's what they need. These staggers and to regroup really quickly. That could work for him. You know, playing not this fight, but for the next one.
Yeah, Gatteka has
Kind of ahead right now. Trying to trade nanos and just trade offensively here. Mango is
most have been playing Monkey. Pretty sure he's been playing Monkey the entire game except the first round of Busan, but the Monkey play from him has just been very, very good. Perfectly in sync with his team, always in the right position.
Огонь по готовности.
Instant solo grab onto Mango, nothing for him to do. He's taken out immediately. And
Routine activated.
Anime Saint's gonna get slipped on the high ground as well. And now for Gatteka, you're looking at one-fight territory. If you don't even get staggered, but you are getting staggered, you're gonna die very quickly with Gatteka. And they're gonna have the Primal Rage, and that's kind of it. I don't see them being able to build up to much other ultimates. Maybe a Sound Barrier. That might be it. This is looking very, very bad for Gatteka right now, as Sleepybears are gonna have the Primal Rage online, and they're gonna have a tactical visor. We've seen what Asuna is able to do with that so far. Mango's gonna engage with his Primal Rage, trying to just desperately push the members of Sleepybears away from that high ground. He's gonna pick onto Asuna. That's pretty big. They didn't have that tactical visor up. It's not gonna be available to win this fight. And Squanto gonna drop down, pressuring point, tries to make sure they don't get enough space for free. Wants to desperately deny them that space. 45 HP is gonna manage to get the Primal Rage off. He's getting pressured out heavily. Gonna get slipped on card, already below half HP. Gonna get bubbled though, swallow that damage. Gonna be able to get out of there. Gonna get to the high ground, beat coming out from Ramen Joy. Death Loss is up to the Goblin. Gonna catch two with that, and that's huge. Cautious Kid on the Echo. Gonna catch some. Mango's already taken out of the fight. Blade with the pup from Anime Sense. This is gonna have to be huge for Anime Sense. They want to pull this fight out of the gutter. He's gonna get the honor with that, and he's gonna get the soldier. Anime Sense, I don't believe it. He's actually able to clutch this fight out for his. They want to pull this fight out of the gutter. He's gonna get the honor with that, and he's gonna get the cap on point before that happens.
Really awesome job here from Anime Sing. I mean, that Nano as well from Munho was very clutch and securing the rest. A lot of those kills here, really awesome team play coming back. That's kind of the stuff that you needed. I mean, if you're kind of losing an ult combo, you just gotta make the most of what you have, and they did a really nice job of that. Unfortunately, they don't have too much in the way of ultimates right now for either team, but Wongtong does have an advantage.
Yeah, and again, Gatteka started up for the high ground. They use the Graviton Surge. I don't know about that one, Wongtong. Three people from Gatteka are already dead, and they want to commit to Graviton Surge to this fight. That's going to get 0 value, and now they're again in one fight territory. But this time, they don't even have any. They don't have any ultimates to be able to clutch it up with. That Graviton Surge could have been the clutch ultimate that it was on point A to get them point A in the first place. But now it's just gone, wasted completely. And Anime Saint's not even close to a blade. They have absolutely nothing. Mango might be able to get a Primal Rage. That's kind of it. Meanwhile, Sleepybears, they're approaching high noon. Graviton Surge and Cosmic Kid might even be able to get a copy online. This is not looking good for Gatteka.
I mean, they are trying though. They are pushing hard. Mango's gonna build up this ultimate in this fight. It looks like hopefully if Sneaky or Anime can get some sort of kill, they're gonna be able to boost themselves through good immortality and Graviton to save a lot of people. But Wongtong's gonna power through it.
It's a big Graviton Surge from Mamba, but Asuna catches 3. 2 at the high noon and 1 on his own. Mamba takes himself out of the fight. Mango is just sitting, trying to contest the very last second. But he's gonna get instantly deleted by Asuna. And yeah, that is it. That is the end of the round.
Good immortality and Graviton to save a lot of people, but Wongtong's gonna power through it.
It's a big Graviton Surge from Mamba, but Asuna. It's gonna take a lot of effort for them to be able to actually. Well, I mean, actually, I don't know. Gatteka, they pushed it pretty far. They almost got it to the last checkpoint. So good stuff from them so far, but now they're gonna have to hold against Sleepybears, and this, I mean, it's gonna be tough because Sleepybears, I mean, you know, just from the rest of this game, they've been doing very well, and that dive composition from theirs on the first 2 points looked very, very scary. So we're gonna see what Sleepybears are gonna run out with to try to bring this home. All right, so both teams haven't really locked their compositions yet. I am seeing a Junkrat though on the defense. Okay, so they're gonna be going for more of a brawl comp, Gatteka. Interesting stuff. Interesting indeed. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. They're going for more of a brawl comp. Okay, they're gonna Ramen Joy. I do like the Brigida pick. From Ramen Joy. This is very, very good. It's gonna deny a lot of that dive power coming out from Squanto and Asuna, but I want to watch the Sleepy Genji. Let's see this. I want to see the Sleepy Genji, and everyone wants to see it. All right, let's see. A lot of pressure being applied to the red building. Just Asuna just trying to, you know, get some far away poke. Just trying to pressure him up just a little bit here. Gonna do his own thing. Just a bit of poking going on. Gatteka just wanting to see how much damage they can get. Squano's gonna get bubbled and jump up under the high ground. That is a huge anti-nade coming up from Slindo. 3-man anti-nade. And Cosmic gonna find the pick onto the Genji. Onto the Junkrat right off of that. And Asuna's gonna find a pick onto the Brigida, who was 1 HP and unable to heal due to that anti-nade. Soy Milk might have just won them this first point off of that, because the card's already pushed almost out the choke point already. Asuna's just in their back line. He's living in their back line rent-free right now. And the Genji's already farmed up to a net for a Dragon Blade. And that's already it for the first point. Very, very good stuff coming up from Sleepybears right now. Gatteka just aren't ready for it. They just weren't ready. Alright, let's see. Gatteka, they are going to have maybe a Riptide and a window for this next fight, but I mean, Sleepybears, they're building up to that Nano Blade. Koski Kid is going to have that high noon, and they're going to have Primal Rage, just to cause a lot of distress in the back line. This is going to be tough for Gatteka to win. They have to shut down this Blade from Sleepy. If they do not shut down as soon as Dragon Blade, this could be looking very, very grim for them. It seems like Sleepybears are trying to set up on the high ground, but Gatteka want to pressure them off of that. They don't want them to have that for free. You don't want to let this Genji have that high ground for free. Otherwise, this is going to happen. And then Boy going to get popped down too, going to go down instantly. Going to get the D-Mech onto the Diva, and that is an instant fight win. And that is exactly why you do not want the Genji in that scenario to have. Going to get popped down too, going to go down instantly. Going to get the D-Mech onto the Diva, and that is. I don't think Gatteka are going to try to push that. Oh, they're mostly missing the jump. Just barely catches point, but the Reptile going to just get canceled. And yeah, that's just very unlucky for Gatteka. Anime Saint is going to win the 1v1 against Koski. Gonna go for the 1v1 against Sleepy too, but he's 1 HP as well. So he's getting taken out late. Nice nice AHP did cover that for Munho. The end. That's gonna be a nice little kill to Womp Dome. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit. The Squatto says, I don't care, man. We're gonna go right in there. He's gonna pressure. He's gonna get the kill on the Munho in the back line. Munho is so separated from Ramen Joy, and even though losing the Brigitte early in the fight, they're gonna manage to catch both supports on the side of Gatteka. This could already be over before they even get a fight in. Asuna just trying to pressure the Kree off on the high ground here, trying to get him off. Mango doing his damnedest just to be able to pressure them off that high ground, but he's falling way below half HP. There's automatically not much he could do. Wongtong is going to go for the bomb over on the high ground. Anime Saints is going to get a nice little stick on the Vegeta. He's going to go for the Blaze, going to catch both supports. Anime Saints trying desperately to clutch this up for his team right now. Mama's going to fall up to him in 3 kills. Rally at the end, just for good measure, going to be tough for Ramen Joy. And Gatteka are just barely by the skin of their teeth going to be able to hold on to this fight. Take on the Vegeta. He's going to go for the Blaze, going to catch both supports. Anime Saints trying desperately to clutch this too far, and that nice flashbang from Koski might just seal the deal here. He has to worry about the high noon from the high ground coming out from Sneaky. Both teams actually are going to have the high noon though. So be careful of that. The nano engage from Mango could be very crucial. So Asuna has the blade. We have the nano blade combo. High noon gonna catch both supports on Sleepybears. Huge plays from Sneaky Goblin right now. That's just gonna hold him off right here. Mango really wants that kill. He's chasing Asuna all the way to the back line. Alright. Sleepy, but the thing is now, Gatteka, they used everything they had in that last fight in Sleepybears. They have 5 ultimates. I'm looking at the Graviton Nano Blade combo. I mean, this is Sleepybears' fight to lose. They have everything online, but they just have everything online right now but the rally. I'm watching as soon as POV right now. I want to see this Nano Blade. Can they stop this? Can they stop the Nano Blade from killing everything? Catches 1, he's going for the Brigitte in the back, but catches 3, catches 4! Instantly kills 4 with the blade, and that is the game, that is the map, that is the game sealed for Sleepybears. And that is just, the Carlet rolling into the blue box of victory. And that is going to be Sleepybears sealing out the win. And that is going to be a 3-0 clean sweep. Absolutely insane stuff coming up from Sleepybears. What an opening match from these guys. Very good stuff. And CBF, you want to come in here for a second? Talk? Oh, okay. So I suppose we have to award the player of the match now, correct? Okay, so you wanna deliberate with that on me since Kid's no longer here?
Yeah, so thank you, Raccoon, for carrying pretty much because Kid is not here anymore. And thank you for sticking with us, guys. I've been working through the replays. I'll show you guys the Genji play at the end, but yeah, I thought, wow, there was a lot of good cannons, but I thought Asuna, really great Genji blade at the end, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I
as good as Asuna was, I mean, it's between Asuna and Squanto for me.
Yeah.
I think I personally want to give player of the match to Squanto. Oh,
Yeah,
Squanto
dude,
has to
I
go.
was
I will interview.
watching
Hold up,
him.
let's
He
interview.
was great. Yeah.
All right, I want to give player of the match to Squanto, but we're gonna have Mamba the off tank for Sleepybears for a post game interview in here in just a moment. But Squanto on that main tank, man, he absolutely pounded.
Yeah, he was great.
I don't want to be rude, but main tank difference all the way that game. Squanto's monkey play was just on another level compared to what we've seen so far from Gatteka, and I'm very looking forward to seeing more from Squanto as the season progresses. But yep, Squanto is going to be our player of the match for this game. Absolutely insane stuff.
That's all.
Very
I gotta say.
well
deserved. Yeah. All right, but let's
is there
look at
somebody
that
that
Genji
can
play though. I'll pull it up right here. That was beautiful.
Stop this. Can they stop the Nanoblade from killing everything? Catches one. He's going for the Brigade in the back, but catches three.
Absolutely
the admin.
incredible play. Yeah.
Hello, Mamba.
Hello.
So, you got more remake kills than anybody has in Resurge so far. How do you feel?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Very.
Yeah,
I like. I was watching your Diva play. That was got some really nice bombs in map 1. So, how did you guys what did you guys do to prepare for Gatteka coming into this match?
kind of worked hard at the scrims. Made sure we kind of perfected our comps really well. We like the 6-man, I guess, a lot. So we worked on that, and then yeah, that's kind of it. This scrim.
So, what made you guys choose? I mean, I personally know that the Shadow Dive comp is one of the better things to run right now, but I haven't seen many teams run that. Not even LSFC the other day. Nihil were running it. So, what made you guys come out and be like, I want to run that comp? What made you guys choose that comp to mostly run for the majority of this game?
I think when we caught just a while back when we first got our roster settled, we were just playing comps, and that comp just kind of worked, and we like playing it and we do well in it, so we've kept it.
All right. Well, congrats on the win. Yeah, congrats on the win, man. I think that's it for me.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah, there you go.
So we gave player of the match to Squanto. Is there anybody else you think on your team that we didn't highlight really that think is really helped to get the win there?
Sleepy did very very well in the last map, especially attack. I think everyone just played in general very well, but yeah, Squanto's monkey did pop off.
All right, then.
Definitely, Sleepy was doing very good things on the Genji and assorted other heroes during that game. But congrats on the win again. 3-0, dominant fashion. You guys are looking like one of the favorites to win Contenders altogether. So I mean, good job.
Thank you.
I think that's it for us, CBF.
So that's it for the post-game interview, and we're gonna be.
Get out.
Yep. He's still in here.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah,
see you, man.
Thank you. All right, well, we're gonna wrap this up. Kid left. I don't even know, but we had Raccoon for the carry here. Thank you all for joining us and sticking with the stream. I know a little bit scuffed at the beginning, but I got the replays to work at the end. So, yeah, I think we don't have
Cheez-It grooves.
We gotta. All right, well, I think that's it for us, and well, we will see you guys tomorrow for whatever game that is. Wait, I can check here.
Make sure to watch me play at least a map in
Dish, I believe.
Yeah, make sure to come watch me play at least one map in that game. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Stop this. Can they stop the Nanoblade from killing everything? Catches one. He's going for the Brigade in the back.